I'm curious about your physique. That's really a weird way to ask that question.
Uh-huh.
But as a pizza chef, I would assume you're eating a lot of pizza. You have access to a lot of
Sure.
pizza on a regular basis.
Yes.
Yet you seem to be in incredible physical condition. What is your training regime like? How do you stay at top performance levels?
Yeah. So I am a very lean, and I basically just did a basic powerlifting regimen 5 years ago or so, and it tapered off. So just built some basic body composition and strength, and then just kind of focused on staying lean by a means of just accounting of calories, basically. So if I have the equilibrium of the calories coming in and coming out, and I keep the right macronutrients, one thing I like to do is I make a sort of a personal size of pizza with a certain amount of carbohydrates based on the amount of dough I use to make it. And then with that, I put a ricotta on and maybe some sauce and some mushroom or something. And that will give me a good macronutrient of maybe 60, a 20, a 10 split of a carbohydrates, protein, and a fat at a 600 calories. I knock out 4 of those in a day. I'm a good to go. That's all the food I need.
What about when it comes to actual training regime, when it comes to in-ring or when it comes to weightlifting? All the macro stuff is incredibly impressive, but right over my head, I'm not even going to pretend to understand. Okay. There'll be people watching at home who are going to say that's incredibly impressive as a pizza chef to know that. But I want to know, what's your day-to-day regime like in-ring training wise?
Yes. Okay. So if I get to the ring, a baseline of what I do, 3 to 4 times a week is going to be a sort of. Do you know what a 5x5 is? Have you heard of that?
Talk it through me. Talk through it with me.
So you hit the ropes one way, 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5. Drop down to the ground, jump. Drop down to the ground, jump. Drop down to the ground, jump. The other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump, and then I hit an imaginary comeback. Clothesline, spin kick, jump, and that's a 1 rep. And then I do 5. Then I do a 5 laps. Take a 10 breaths. I do that between a 5 and 8 times. It takes about a 20 minutes.
5 and 8 times, about 4 times a week, and that's your cardio.
Yes. Right? That's the baseline. That is what I want to hit that, and then beyond that, it's if I'm depending on where I'm training, I'll either train at the local wrestling school in town and roll around with the guys, or I'll train by myself in another ring. And so we'll be doing a chaining, rolling around, trying a different combinations and evasion, or maybe a shooting just for fun, and then trying a different aerial maneuvers, rope walks, that kind of thing. So do that for maybe another hour, depending on like what else I've got to do. But I'm at least gonna hit the cardio, and then 1 to 2 other days I will just make sure to hit a maintenance push-ups, sit-ups, squats, that kind of a thing. Resistance exercise with the bands. Have not been doing a heavy weights lately because I try to keep my recovery for in-ring stuff right now, because I still am enjoying building up my cardio to a very high level. It's already a very high, but like Rocco, that's how he was able to dominate his opponents, because he was not very big, but he could have outlasted them. So that's always in my goal.
As well as that, I know you've said in interviews that prior to COVID, you were starting to get hurt a little bit more in ring. Things were starting to wear you down. The opportunity to take time off from regular performing and just work on your body was in some ways a blessing, because it's helped you get back to peak fitness. Is that still the case? And what is your injury history like? Have you had anything significant?
Yeah, that's a great point. I think at the end of 2019, I started picking up momentum very quickly, which was cool, because I got WrestleMania bookings in Florida, but those ended up being canceled because of the COVID. But like you said, I was somewhat grateful, because I needed to work on a few things in perfecting how I take moves, how I move in the ring, because my neck was just starting to hurt. I was taking a lot on my head, so I had to strengthen my neck and strengthen some of my fundamentals and some of my footwork. So I took the time during COVID too. If I couldn't get to the ring, and I still do this now, if I can't do the ring, I practice my footwork in the lawn, and I run back and forth on the lawn just to keep that up, so that if I do have to do something high impact or a dangerous, at least I have my full energy, so I'm not tired out when I have to take some weird slam, so I kind of protect myself. And now I feel good. I tend to only get hurt now in the stupid ways, like I hit my foot on something or my knee on something, but I'm not getting hurt in a ways that I shouldn't be getting hurt, like hurting my neck or my head because I fell wrong.
Hey, everyone gets hurt stupid ways. I mean, some people consider CM Punk the best wrestler in the world right now, and rumor has it he's injured himself doing a crowd dive. So everyone gets it some way. There's no such thing as a stupid injury. Injuries just happen.